For some reason, my camera is not wanting to work on that other screen. Hello, hello, and welcome in. Hi, Shannon. I'm so glad you can make it. Excuse me. I'm a few minutes late because dinner took a little longer to make, and then I was like trying to eat it. I may have to pause every once in a while and go take a bite because I just couldn't. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Suki. How are y'all doing? All right, let's see what won the kit tonight. The Primrose Cottage minis. That's cool. I'm thinking I may use this for my tissue box this month. Hi, Kelly. Happy Thursday. Hey, Laurel. Hey, Deborah. Everybody, welcome in. Sorry, I was trying to eat as fast as I could, and finally I was like, you know what? I don't like eating this fast. Um, just take breaks every once in a while. All right. So let me see if I already have those loaded in my iPad or if I'm gonna have to find the physical pattern. Prepping, that's not something I do. I just got, I just got your message, Shannon. I am replying now. I was busy cooking. All right. Okay. Where's my Google Drive? Ever since I had gastric paresis, like eating even just a little bit gives me hiccups. For primrose. Monthly minis. Looky there. Let's see how we're gonna do this. We're gonna try and put all of these on one, or do I want to do them individually? Oh, duh, I want to do them individually. I'm funny. Okay. I particularly want, oh, some of these are scanned in upside down. I particularly want the ones that are seasonal. All right. Hmm. Y'all see this? So these are what we're kitting up. The question is are we kitting up? Oh, look, we've got chat on screen today. Whoop. I don't know what I did differently. Couldn't tell ya. All right, let me put a little thing behind it so that y'all can see. Also, we're gonna really limit our room here. I make this kind of small, but we're gonna have it. Helps if you make it. There we go. All right, if you are a floss tuber and you are visiting us in stream, oh, I see Mandy. Um, please let me know and we will get you up on the list. Copy and stitches with Andy. Okay. Suki, is that your YouTube name? I mean, y'all are logged in through YouTube. So ideally, but you know, some I'm turning into Biscornus. That's a good idea. That is a really good idea. Especially with like, that would make a pretty good Biscornu. Um, or the turkeys. So do you have these kitted up, Mandy? I'm feeling we may go very neutral with the fabric, and that way we could put a lot of them on the same fabric. I'm sorry for the glare. I wish I had a remedy for that. Okay. You're in the process? Okay. I'm thinking about making this one of my tissue box things. Like I need another. I already have 6, I think. Um, Shadow has me looking like I have a nosebleed. I think I'm good. Um, anyway, so I think if we go fairly neutral. Yes, but I don't have a floss tube. I have it instead the other Suki. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Okay. I know more than one Suki. Oh, Enid's here. All right. Okay, well then we'll get started. I'm gonna pull this towards me just so I don't show y'all any pattern. Um, hmm. So it looks like what, 10, 20, 30, 40 by 40. This one's upside down. I can't read it. April. Yeah, so it looks like they're all 40 by 40. I'm thinking about a floss tube, however. It You just let me know. Um, okay. All these are 40 by 40. Does it say what it takes to put it all on one piece of fabric? I'm gonna want them individual though. I am. I know me, and I will. Okay. So, I don't have the calculator on there. Hey, John, welcome in. Laurel says, jump on in, Suki. Laurel has a floss tube. You put up your whip parade today, right? So yeah, I'm trying to keep this above my head. If floss tubers visit us during today's stream, then we put them up there. You could take a screenshot or just pop on over and try and follow them. Leaving those options open and shouting everybody out. All right. Calculator. You know, as soon as I open my phone, my finger immediately opens Facebook and starts scrolling. I wasn't even looking at my phone and I was scrolling. It's so bad. Where's my calculator? There it is. It's got to re-download. Hey, Kate, welcome in. Oh, we got Fickle Stitches here. No, I uploaded my previous videos that I hadn't uploaded before. Putting up my whip parade later tonight or tomorrow. Okay. My whip parade went up this morning. I'm currently trying to, well, not upload right now, but I need to do a little bit more editing for my planning video, planning/planner, and I need to do my finishes, but that's probably going to be tomorrow. Well, I got plans tomorrow. Don't hold your breath. Sometime this weekend. All right, so these are 40 by 40. And 32 count over 2. So 7 by 7. How many inches is that? Two in the middle? Okay. Move it four crossed, two down. So that's, I need two fat quarters. You put out a vid. Sorry, Enid. Enid put out a video a few days ago. IIRC. I don't know what that means. All right. So how hard for me due to my kids are still out of school has been pets. Girl, I understand. Right, for my kids to go back to school too. Okay, so I have this. That's pretty neutral. This is 40 count. This is kind of dark though, but one I could definitely get. Four across, three down. On 32 count there, 2.5 square. Oh yeah, I've got the 2-inch border on here. I'm not sure I need a 2-inch border though. Or at least not on both, right? Hmm. If I put a 1-inch border on both, then I would get 2 inches between each. 4 by 4. So I could get 6 across. And 4 down. 6 and 4 is 24. That's more than I need, right? Well, I need 12. 4 and 3. If you're making pillows, that would work. I figure pillows or ornaments, maybe even biscorners. I like that idea. Um, yeah. So I think, so on 40 count, I can definitely do it. 32 count. I could do it on 32 count too. So 32 or 40, we should be able to just use one fabric. And I'll just be really careful with my edges. I'll put it in a nurge. I can barely sneak out for a walk. I have to rush home, make dinner, or because I drink water or some calamity. Hey, Holly, welcome in. Better late than ever. Girl, you are barely late. I was late because I still haven't finished my dinner. It's sitting over there. Okay, so let me scroll up. I'm pretty sure Holly rigged this so that we stitched, so that we kitted these up. These are the 12 monthly minis from, here we go, from Primrose Cottage. I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll find a fabric that works for all of them, but then we'll just pull the flosses and put on floss card for like maybe the first 4. How does that sound? So I think I'm going to either do it on 42 or 30. We've got 40, 42. We got a 40 and we got a 32. This needs to go somewhere else. I wish I had a super light blue. That would work. I don't think. I have gray. I have pink. Do we think pink will go with it, everything? I don't really like that for the fall. This flower petal. I don't think I like that idea. Okay. This gold. Just pulling out some stuff. January has a lot of white stitches, so the little bit darker would probably be good for that. Yeah, because it's got those little snowmen. Like hers is almost washed out in this picture. Oh my goodness. You could barely kind of almost need a little darker. Let me find. I think I have white over here somewhere. This is kind of a light blue. Really don't want to stitch on linen. I say as I look at another linen. That one's too mottled. That one's too dark. Just plain lavender. It's like a pinky purple. Oh my goodness. How long have I been looking for these? They're in the fabric box. Hi, Nicole. Welcome in. Okay. I think these are all our options. And if we need to, we can match the first four and then go from there. I was looking forever for those. I ordered more. I mean, I need more, obviously, but I ordered more. The ones I ordered are real thick, but I finally got those clips. So, we've got, I think this is January, February, March. Where's April? No, I bet March is that green one back there. Let me look real quick. January snowman. April is the purple. February is the hearts. And March is the green. So, our first four is not the strawberries, but the other four. What color do we think we could put those on? And like she said, there's a lot of white stitches in January. We have a good way of doing that. Okay, here's what we've got. I don't know that I like this green. I'm not quite sure why I pulled it. lavender. It's a pretty good solid. Like there's not much modeling at all to it, which I think is a good idea. Y'all know purple's my favorite color. Um, I really don't like this green. Let's just get rid of that right here now. All right, let me pull some flosses. Pinky purple. That's a pretty one too. It doesn't have a lot of modeling. It's very, very subtle. Lavender. It has a lot of colors in it. Almost wish I had my floss box instead of the floss wall. I like the solid for those because the patterns are busy. Right, yeah. Yeah, that's what, so that completely throws that one out because that one has quite a bit of modeling. This one has some modeling, but it's pretty subtle. None of these really have any modeling in them. So I'm going to start pulling colors. These are so small, we're just going to stick with DMC. I'm not even going to pull out the fancy flosses for this. I don't know why I'm setting that down like I can't take it with me. I'm going to start floss tossing. Pretty bit too. Out any where it's at. Okay. So those are our January colors plus white. Get to play with some new colors here. 29, 30. Thirty, 11. Have on the floss wall. There we go. There's our white. Just making sure I don't have it down here. I have a bunch of flosses that need to get put back up. 30, 21. Okay. 12. And white. There's February. Oops. Knocked something off. 30, 52. All right. So those are all our flosses for the first 4 months. My family's gonna watch Squid Game, but I am going to hide in my crawfish and watch this instead. Yeah, Lexi got me to watch the first episode of Squid Game. It's not really my thing. I don't get it. Okay. I have PTSD and some stuff I can't watch. I mean, that makes sense. All right. January has a lot of colors. Oh, what was the one I didn't have? 3011. This one would be hard to get to. Hmm. Order 3011. I feel certain that's one of the things that will cause me problems. Oh, and it's just a show. It's not worth it. Okay, I'm here to the party late. What's the pattern? Our Hey Pocket Roddy, welcome in. We actually have chat on screen today. Y'all can see each other. All right, so we're doing the 12 monthly minis from Primrose Cottage. They're Quaker-esque, I guess. So did my tablet just die? What just happened? Ah, it died. So I will show you again in a minute. Well, let me see if I have it right here. After that. Nope, it's not in there. Okay. Well, when it boots back up, we'll look. Um, but it's these little monthly minis, and I'm gonna kit up the first four of them, I think. There's something I think I can tissue box next year. They're small, they're 40 by 40. Um, and as you can see, like not full coverage. So we're trying to pick a fabric that works for at least four of them. If it worked for all 12, that's great too. But like, it's okay if that doesn't work that way. Google Drive. Of course, it's making me find it again. All right. So January's, it's kind of hard to see because they use a light fabric, but it's got these four little snowmen. And February, of course, is like a Valentine's type. March is going to be the shamrocks. And then April is this pretty purple. And I really like the purple on purple look. So right now, most people seem to like the lavender. You do have some stuff down here that's more neutral. I noticed on the frozen lasagna box, there's a new Garfield movie. Also, I think it's hilarious they advertise it on a lasagna box, right? Should have taken a pic. Post-work lurking. All right, Pocket. Enjoy your lurk. Relax post-work. Post-work's never fun. Okay, so these are our January colors up here. There's a lot of them, plus white, because snowmen. We got our April colors here, our February colors here, and our March colors there. I like this. Maybe. I double check those March colors because there was only two of them, I think. 935 and 3051. The 3853 goes to January? Yep. The French is January. You got this, Mandy. Do you have your pattern out too? And you're like, I could totally walk you through this. I have a bunch of primrose kitted up just waiting for me. I actually haven't started a primrose yet, so it'll be a nice and new to me project. Um, so going to January, change the greens to light blues and do it on dark blue fabric. You're getting January with me? Well, what fabric are you going with, Mandy? Yeah. And it would be better. It would pop more on a darker fabric. But I'm also trying to at least get these four onto the same fabric. A dark gray. Mm. I did look at a dark gray and then I was like, that's dark. Almost like the brightness of this. That red doesn't go with that. Well, and I feel like if we did something like this, we might be able to even do all of them. I told Sammy she was going to start high rolls with me this year. Yes, at some point later this year. You just let me know when. So it's 28, 22. Maybe for your birthday. Okay. You're not one of my February birthdays. No, you're in the summer. You're July, aren't you? The darker brown. That white's definitely going to pop on this one. Look at that. July. Look, I know my friend's birthday. Just took me a second. I don't know why. You always take a week off for your birthday. I should know. I should know. All right. I really think I'm feeling the brown too, and I'm not one for neutral colors, but there we could probably do all 12 months then. I have a modern folk embroidery I was going to restart on red fabric with white thread. Had the stuff, but decided to start all this else this month. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the brown just because it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the purple on the purple, but I'm not sure I'm gonna love all the months on the purple. Like July, I think is gonna be better on the brown. September. Ha! September's a sunflower. Lexi would love that. I have a hankering to start the primrose with the lavender lilac colors. Forgot what it's called. Not sure. This is also going to be better for well, I guess Halloween can be on orange. Turkeys. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. I've talked myself into it. So now we're going to kit up the first 4 months. Spring quicker. Does that sound right, Enid? Let me see if I have that one. That's not it. I don't have spring quicker. All right. So let me find lost card. Look, I'm starting to get my poop in a group, and I have what I need like right here in a drawer, so it's not on the table being annoying. But oof, sorry about that. I have a callus right here on my thumb, and it's right where I like turn bottles. Okay. I need a piece of paper. I'm just gonna use one of these. We had our raffle on Saturday, and it went to Vic. So we will have another one to, or not a raffle. We're gonna start our new raffle list. Nice. Oh, this is need it from there. Y'all, did y'all see how well I measured? I'm very scientific about it. If you need a reason to start it for my birthday next week, I'm doing a series, Sal. Oh, there you go. I would be starting this one the 14th. That's the following week, right? So I'll be close, but not quite there. Now, we're gonna use a pretty pen. Let's see. Oh, This uses the same symbols all around. I hope so. How annoying would that be? Can I rotate this? Do I have to move it? Open it. Gonna have to open it. That will still count because I don't go back to work till the 15th. Cool. I don't know when I go back to work yet. It's a little daunting, but also I'm enjoying the time off. Um, and try not to overthink it. I'm going to just trust that everything is going to work out. So I may have just ordered those, Shannon. They're cute. It's going to be hard to resist starting more cross-stitch charts. Yeah. I find it always hard to resist. I want them all. I want them all. I want to stitch them all. They stitch up quick. Good. Good, because my idea for them um, is when I finish one, then on the 14th of the next month, I can start another one. Kind of like I did this year with Leap Day. I did it on the 29th. Next year, I'm going to be doing it the 14th because it's the middle of the month. Anybody get anything from the Haid sale? Do we have any Haid stitchers in here? Did I not do that right? Oh, there it goes. Okay. I don't know the best way to go about this. Well, let me see something. Because none of these have the same colors in them. Okay. I think the symbols stay universal. So. No, I don't shop there anymore. I bought several in the past, though. Yeah, I don't shop Haid anymore. But I know plenty that do. That is a black square. I don't see that on the chart anywhere. Hmm. 898. Ego Rouge seems intriguing, but I don't really stitch full coverage. Nope, no Haid sale for Laurel. Laurel's not a big full coverage either. Um, I enjoy it, but not enough to really like buy a bunch of them. Hmm. Is there something I need to know? Oh, it's backstitch. Okay. Really? I don't always like when they do that. Okay. Skip 898. We're gonna. I'm no good at drawing stars. They always look funky. All right. 931. We got a circle. 932. 3052. Mandy, I need to read the chat. You got me. I will evidently be trying to stitch full coverage for the rest of my life amongst everything else. I also have way more hay charts than my interest in full coverage warrants. Same. I love full coverage, but I'm over my hate era. I found designers I enjoy more. Fair. They should all get a little attention, I think. This is an interesting symbol. We're going to make a little V, and then we're going to make a bigger V. And I'm not any good at that either. 3853 and B5200. All right, next we got, let's go to February. Heart is 3712. Flower is 3831. And white is B5200. March, I gotta rotate March. Is anyone doing the new Autumn Lane Sal? I am tempted. I think I want to see some of it first. Oh, I'm behind. I'm behind. I'm currently working on stitching Great Cabin, on the Stitching Cabin Great Outdoor Sal. I started Coastal Summer yesterday. I'm overhated myself after the Sal last year. Did you get burnt out? I bet there's a lot of burnout. I have the current thing for Donna Gelsinger. Laurel likes a lot of Donna Gelsinger's pieces. Working on a Tilton Crafts. I'm with you. I want to see it first. My only thing is, I love his art. You could sell me every day on his art. But he does tend to have a lot of stitches. And I think there might be a house right in the middle of it. And the houses aren't necessarily my thing, so I'd have to see it first. If I knew it was a big old fox right there in the middle, sold. I'd have already bought it. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna see a little bit of it before I jump off any cliffs. All right. Oh, there's two flowers. There's a green flower and a. Well, I know the difference between 3831 and 935, but we're gonna make this a colored in flower and hope there's no more flowers on here. This is the only problem I have with colored charts. Because look, triangle for 3362, there's also a triangle for 3051. And those are both green. Okay, let's go back to April. Look, star for 29, star for 931. I guess I can do this the old-fashioned way since I'm going to color it in. 29. 30. Look, there's a flower for 782. Didn't know I was going to have to do this with colors. We'll figure it out. It's fine. I'm going to work on one at a time anyway. It's going to be fine. Oh, and 3011 is also a triangle. And those are all three green. So, like, if you put them next to each other in a chart, you're not going to tell them apart. Anyway. Somebody just lost cool points in my book for their symbols. Houses are so Holly's thing. I know. I know. You just finished a really big house. I was quite impressed. It's this the Primrose Cottage. I don't need that open. The 12 monthly minis. Um, like they're each their own chart. So not a huge deal. But like a symbol from this chart, where is it? Like 3362 there, right? And then it's 3011 there. And it's 3051 there. And the thing is because the background is different color greens, you know. So it's not a huge deal. It's not worth making a fuss over. It's just an observation. And they lose one cool point. They got plenty. They can spare one. Houses are fun to stitch. I like houses as well. Like me some houses. Excited to start on Castle later this month. Nice, because, series in January. I have to go to the eye doctor tomorrow. Castle. From Cottage Garden Samplings, it was the January release from last year, right, Holly? Like in December they had Santa's house, and then in January they had the castle. Did you see the freebie in their new letter today? Primrose or Cottage Garden? I talk too much. I get confused. Number two in the Fabulous Houses. Yeah. Primrose. No, I did not. Oh, I have this, but Annie's baby sent me Annie's Crazy Annie's hasn't sent you number 12 yet. There's also a number 13. Did you know there's a number 13? Victoria's Crafty Room, welcome in. When are you going to show your 2025 plans? I recorded the video today. Um, I just have to do a little bit of upload. I have to do a little bit of editing, and then I can upload it. So it should be up tomorrow. $31. Oops, not ordering anything from Annie's again. Hey Sammy, just finished watching your whip parade. Oh, thank you. It was a little bit of a hassle. I got done with the whip parade and I was like, oh, I have all these stats and notions that I meant to share, and I forgot. And I was on Zoom with my friends, and they're like, you could just put the little titles in there, and then of course I wanted to put cover photos, and it took me 2 days to edit the thing. I don't normally do that much editing, but you're a floss tuber too. Hey, asking for a friend. How are you? Um, you're halfway through. Halfway through what, Mandy? Um, the info at the bottom was awesome. Oh, thank you. Victoria's Crafting Room. That's your channel name too, right? Crafty. Here we go. Good, good. What are you working on tonight, asking? Oh, my whip parade. Yeah, it's a long one. It is a long one. My planner video is an hour. Eagerly awaited all your Flossmas. Love how the family was involved. Hey, Heather, welcome in. Just chilling. Awesome. I kind of fell off of Flossmas right there at the end. My brain stopped working. I can't talk and type at the same time. Um, so above my head is all the floss tours that have visited us at some point in the stream tonight. If you want to take a picture or you just want to pop over to YouTube and follow them, they all make cross-stitching videos. Something to watch while stitching next week. Yeah, we tried to get the family as much involved as we could, but after a while, like they got over it and things got busy. But it was fun while it lasted. Gave us something a little different to see during the Christmas time. Just finished Stranded Day on Pilgrim by Long Dog. Awesome, Holly. I've done my daily 100 on Alice. Is all the stitching that I've done today so far. We're gonna have an actual piece of this. Is my thing in here? Yep. That's off to you. We're getting two teenagers to do that at all. Lexi loves it. She has no problem with it, although she does tend to be forgetful. Ryan was just, he was over it from the very beginning. So, but I guess that's kind of the difference between boy and girl for you. Of course, the girl wants to be on camera. Ryan likes being on camera too, just not particularly the Advent stuff. Or he likes it when, you know, he busts in here in the last 15 minutes of my stream anyway. We are almost done kitting up this project and then we will get to stitching. As always, we will have our stitchy guessing game. So if you can guess how many stitches we get in stream, I will, closest without going over gets entered into a raffle. Usually cut 2 strands of each color. Some of mine were already clipped before they were wound on the bobbin. Some of them aren't. These are supposed to be 18 inches, and I do the loop method, so I work in 9-inch strands. This just gets me started. My friend has like a mathematical way of guesstimating how much floss you'll use so that you don't over cut or undercut or whatever. But it's easier on full coverage where they list out the number of stitches per color. Not so easy on these, or they don't do that. So I just always start with 2 strands of each color unless it's just obvious that um, it's a ton of stitches. But I can cut strands 2 ways. Either I undo the entire strand and fold it into 8s and then snip both ends, or I like using, this is an 18-inch floss winder, and like I said, it's because I use the loop method, and so any strand is going to fold in half anyway and be half this length. Um, so that's That's how I do it. She smells, sells. My lengths are a quarter skein. Oof, that's really long. Yeah, that's really long. You just fold it twice? Yeah, I can't. I will knot it up in a heartbeat. 2.5 seconds. I will have that thing knotted so bad. Oh, hey, Zyrus, Dana. Oh, thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness, we're getting a whole bunch of people joining us right now on Twitch. Just in time for an ad break. I'm going to snooze that for just a little bit. How are you? What did you do tonight? When you're winding, do you start the floss at the cut line or at the bottom? So mine has a hole. So I stick it in the hole and then I kind of hold it just above, which would put it right at that cut line. See, and I hold it like right there. So when I'm coming around and I'm cutting, it's lining up basically. Hey, hey. What did y'all work on today? Was it your chatelaine? I've missed watching you. This is not a new, well, I'm going to start it on the 14th. Okay, so Heather's used to the really long strands. That's 2 yards is what 2 yards? 18 inches? I have no idea. Um, so it's not a new year, new start. Every Thursday we kit something up, just something that my YouTube voted on. And this one is rare and has an actual date. I'm gonna start it on the 14th. And it's a bunch of little you're working on a Carolyn Manning design box of crayons. Awesome. I have a Carolyn Manning, I have Amethyst. Saturday. Okay. Um, oops. So this one's a bunch of minis that from Primrose Cottage. And what I would do is like, I would start their monthlies. So I'll start that one January 14th. And if I finish it before February 14th, then I would start this one on February 14th. And then whenever I finish it, the 14th of the next month, I can start the next in the series. 2 yards is 72 inches. That's a lot of inches. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right, because the skeins are 8 yards. That just sounds like a lot. So so that means you do 72 inches, I do 9. Hello, YouTubers, come to the Twitch side, we have emotes. Yeah, I stream to both because I'm a floss tuber and therefore um I have over 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube. So we tend to get a party going in here. Whereas Twitch, I'm slowly working up, but I don't have quite as many people over there just yet. I organized. That's fun. Um, chaos, organized chaos. Yeah. It's more that I make a lot of plans and then I change them all the time, but that's something I'm sure I should know and I just don't. Just not it's not one of those facts that just pops into my brain. So, yeah, I I feel like I butchered your name, but I watch Zyra Stana on Twitch and she is doing a chatelaine and I don't remember the name of it, but it looks like space. It's got like planets and stuff on it. Ends up doubled up in the needle, so it's more like a full arm length. Okay. I mean, I could do that. I'm still gonna get it all knotted, but I could do it. What color is this? Got me all distracted. 38, 31. Yay, math. I was actually decent at math. I just I don't know that we focused a whole lot on the different measurements because, yes, ma'am, I'm a fickle stitcher just like Cheryl and Kate. Thank goodness for the organized chaos. Yep. Blame it on the ADD. Just call her Z. That works for me. Hello. Again, names. Earth and Universe Chatelaine. It's the first chatelaine that I've seen where I went, ooh, maybe. Maybe. Because my mom works for NASA. And so, I've kind of been going to NASA since I was a little kid. I have actually sat in mission control. My mom can actually work mission control. She's certified to be able to do it. I think she's done it like twice um, before she changed contracts. But we're all fickle. I'm tinted by that chatelaine too. It is gorgeous. It's a lot of sparkle. It is a lot of sparkle. I have not done a chatelaine before. 3712. It would be so much further if I didn't talk so much. Actually, it's not that I talk, it's that I talk with my hands. We will stitch eventually. We just every Thursday, um, from I stream from 7 to 9 every Thursday, and we kit something up at the beginning of stream. I think it's fun. Ads are starting in 5 seconds. For those on Twitch, YouTube, I don't know when y'all get ads. Like, it doesn't tell me. Y'all are just subject to whatever YouTube decides to do. Right now it's just trees in space because thanks, Martina, we need trees in space. I mean, if we want oxygen, right? But I kind of feel like that's like representative of Earth being in the middle. So you have the trees, and then you work your way out into the universe from there. Maybe it's a thought, right? Where is there? This is so random. YouTube Premium for the win. Well, there is that. Twitch has a thing called Turbo. That you get to skip all the ads too, and it's I want to say $11 a month for Twitch Turbo, and then all the people you watch are ad free, or you can subscribe to a person specifically, and then you don't get ads. At least they tell you. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's expanding out from little atoms and getting bigger. Twitch wants me to file my taxes already. I mean, they're on it, aren't they? TurboTax ad. It's that time of year. Barely. Do we even get W-2s before the 15th? And sign up for BritBox. Yeah, I know some people that love their BritBox. 782. More tax prep with QuickBooks. I need a class on QuickBooks. It's only January. I get mine done as quick as possible, which with my present tax preparer sometimes takes me forever, but credit karma. Do you feel like they're speaking just to use thee? Oh, she didn't hear any of that because ads. We were enjoying all your ad commentary. Next time. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it this year. I mean, I don't ever really look forward to it, but my books are a mess um, from the shop. I need to really sit down and focus on it for a little bit, but can't even get my W-2 for 2 more weeks. Although I know some people who file based on their last paycheck stub. Yeah, especially at places like, H&R Block and stuff like that, they tend to, they have all those early bird stuff. I need to drop my updates to my CPA this weekend. Wee. Jackson was offering loans in time for Christmas. Yeah, my brother and sister-in-law used to do that. Tend to do that since nobody seems to know what ads run on their channel. I feel like I get the same ads all the time. I get to file 3 sets of tax returns this year. The joys of country hopping. I'm just really glad they didn't offer me Taco Bell or Adobe. Gotta love the food ones when you're hungry and can't do anything about it. What color is this? 844. Right? Oh, this was the backstitch one. I forgot. Got to adjust for that. Every once in a while, you can get a fun ad that's actually worth watching, but they're few and far between. What's going on here? We're getting close. I've only got 2 colors left after this. On that happy note, off to lurk with a post-stream bio break. Have a good one. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. It's kind of like me shoveling food down my throat right before I got on stream earlier. Gotta eat, gotta eat, gotta eat. It is very tempting to just go ahead and start stitching on this. I'm not going to. I do think it may make it into my plan starting the 14th, though. And that's just it. Like, I have all these good intentions, right? About getting my whip list down and, um, not having a ton of new starts. And then I have so many planned for the 14th. I'm not going to be able to start anything the rest of the year. Thank you for the follower, Blue Eyed Cat. I appreciate you. May your stitches be as vibrant as your blue eyes. These are all just going to go in the dough bowl, and I will put the threads up later. I still have one I need to order, I guess. Or maybe check my floss box in the house. We'll worry about it later. This one was $8.98. Where did this one go? Did I not put it on there? Oh no, this was the one that was backstitch. $8.44 was the other one, and I didn't put it on the floss card anywhere. That's very goofy. I'm gonna stick $8.98 down here because it doesn't have a symbol, I don't think. Where'd you get your floss wrap from? Stacy Stitches. It was her name. Stacy Stitches Creative Studio. I think it's like Thread the Needle Stitchery now that she moved. She was at a retreat I was at, and I bought it while we were there. But I think it's called Thread the Needle Stitchery now. But she's, or on, at least on YouTube. Finished stitching and FFO'd a stocking for my daughter in under a year. Felt super accomplished, and Starditis won me over this month. That is a good accomplishment. I would love to stitch my kids' stockings, but it takes me so long to actually accomplish anything that I'm like, eh. They'll be 80 by the time I finish it. All right, so now that we have a floss card and we have our fabric picked out, we're going to put this in a bag. I'm going to go grab a nice bag because I do plan on starting it on the 14th. So let me go get an actual bag. So here, thread the needle stitcher. Yep. Here I have this bag. It's super cute. We're gonna stick it in here. Look at that. Okay. We're gonna stick this in here. Actually, let's do this before I forget. I'm gonna write the name on it. Monthly. I know how to spell. Minis. Primrose. Because I've pulled out a few things. Out of my kitted stuff, and I'm like, what was this? Because I don't put the pattern in there. I keep them digital. Right. So this does not have a name, of course. Seem to get that a lot with Bee Stitch Me lately. Okay. Put this in here. And I'm going to stitch this like it's 4 separate projects. So even though I'm putting it on one fabric, I'm gonna finish them like they're different. So I might as well stitch them like they're different. That way I also get a lot of finishes, right? So I'm gonna go in here. I started one for my son when I was pregnant with him in 1997 and finished it last year. So a full one in a year was crazy. Yeah. How old's your daughter? So we're going to add a new project. So January monthly mini. This is get it up. And then we're going to go to view details. Designer is Primrose Cottage. I have kitted something from them before, which is why they come up in my designer list. Um, no start date, no finish date. They are 40 by 40. And that makes them a small. A yearly goal on a new start is always 500 stitches. The fabric, I call this fabric 16. Mine too. Oh no, mine's 17. Don't like thinking about it. Okay, let's see. See. It's not very model. I go through her website and try and find something that I feel matches and name it that, just so that if people go to the website, look. Buddy Pups. Son is 27 now. She's the baby of the four. Gotcha. My 17-year-old's my oldest, so struggling a little bit with the fact that we're just over a year away from graduation and college, and like I want all the things for her, and I also want to keep her home and sit on top of her. Everything on her thing looks so modeled that I don't feel like any of them. I feel like the closest one is maybe Muddy Puddles. Toast. Maybe this really was a one-off. Hello. Okay, we're back. When the light gets turned on my camera, it messes with the audio because that's where my mic is coming through. So I'm sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. Um, this is Notion, and I do have a video on my YouTube on how to use it. But I don't have how to build the template. I have where you can purchase it. So it's better now. Yeah, I turned the light off on the camera. And then I accidentally disconnected the camera, so it's actually frozen. Gotta fix that. No sound now? No, I got. Yeah, it went. I messed with it for a second. It's okay. Yeah. Whenever I went to go turn the light off, I moved the cord and it became disconnected. So, because this camera that you see this on is where my microphone is right now. So, all right. I think we're going to go with Muddy Puddles. Just, I like to give it some sort of name, and it is a little muddy. Or mocha. It could be a mocha. Actually, yeah, because the Muddy Puddles looks very variegated. The mocha looks too light. Okay. All right. Um, I'm just gonna call it brown. Brown. I don't have one of those. I do have a random brown. Never mind. Okay. This is a 40 count. These are gonna be tiny. Radol from Be Stitch Me. Muted. Brown. So go back to my patterns. Named it January, right? All right. So when we're in here, the name, the designer. So I put in the width and the height and it averages it. That is something I had to add into it, but anyway, anything less than 100 is a small. My yearly goal is 500. There's the fabric. The other thing I'm going to put in here, and it's hiding for whatever reason, is which bag it's in. Do I have the butterflies? Butterfly newsprint. Yep. So now it has the bag in there. You can see. That's something I added too. You won't see that in Stitching Tees. But okay. So then what I do, because we actually have 4 of these. Okay, go back to January. January monthly mini. Okay. We go to the 3 dots and we say to duplicate. This one is going to be February. And everything else remains the same because we're putting on the same fabric. It's the same size. It's fully kitted up. So then we just hit duplicate again. Now it automatically saves. You don't have to click save. You don't have to get out of it. Just duplicate it again. And now we're going to change the duplicate to March. Again, everything else stays the same. So we just duplicate it one more time. And we're going to put April. Now we know, now all 4 of us, if I come back here to patterns and projects, you see April monthly Benny right there. February is right there. March is going to be way down in the list. So I currently have 87 kitted projects. Actually, Coastal Band Sampler, I need to change this one. So we're going to change the progress to in progress. And I'm going to go to view details and put a start date. We started this January 1st of 2025. Did y'all know it's already 2025? My 18 count are just under 2 inches. Okay. Yeah. So they're going to be so tiny, right? My yearly goal is 500. Oh, I already changed the progress and I gave it a start date. This one is in which bag? Oh, the gold on black. How, yep, how, oh, it's right there. Gold Dark October. right? That's the right one. Doesn't have a picture. Anyway, so now I have, it should be down here. There we go. I don't have a cover photo for it yet though. Do I have one to add? Doesn't look like it. I'll get that added later. Anyways, got distracted. Let's get some stitching done. All right. Here's my the last couple years have flown by. I can't agree more. All right. We are going to be working on Dark Queen of the Sea. She was my Monopoly roll today. I need 500 stitches, but we'll just see what we can get while we're here. I also haven't done my temperature stitching, but it's in the house. So where are we stitching? Okay. Let me make sure I have enough room for my hand. That's sometimes what I do to myself is I'll put the table clamp too close to the table and then I can't get my hand underneath it. All right. As always, the angles on the camera aren't going to be magnificent, but do you use Pattern Keeper? Is it linked to Notions? I use Pattern Keeper only for my full coverages, because I'm an iPad girly and Pattern Keeper is not on iPad. I only use it for my full coverages. It does not automatically link to Notions, so I have to make sure and write down my stitch count as soon as I'm done stitching in Pattern Keeper. Because you know, Pattern Keeper erases it after midnight or after 4 a.m. depending on what you have it set on. How far is your shed away from your house? It is not attached, but they sit like I can maybe squeeze in between the house and the shed. It's almost butted up right next to it. But I do have to walk out my front door, cross my driveway, and then up a little bit to get in the shed. Have a good night, John. Your guess is 86? All right, I got you down. There are times I wish it was attached, and sometimes I'm really glad that it's not. So there's that. What is going on over here? Is that a Lowry? I like it? I love my Lowry. My Lowry's in the house. Well, okay. So I bought a full Lowry, right? The floor stand, and it came with this. I have a red one. I don't particularly like this clamp because I use Q-snaps and they'll slip. So I bought one of the corner clamps and it's on my Lowry in the house. And then here I have the table clamp. I have a table clamp with my old thing because yeah, Enid, I can put you down for 90. Um, I only use this when I'm on stream, so I don't worry as much about the comfort and everything like that. I've been known to, I mean, I take this to retreats. I've taken it to work before. Um, it's nice. I much prefer my corner clamp and my, um, you know, floor stand Lowry. So, but it makes it convenient because I don't have to take the one back and forth. I can just leave it in the house and then have this in here. This is Dark Queen of the Sea from Autumn Lane Stitchery. The salve from forever ago. I'm so behind. This is part 5 that I am working on. But she's going to be totally worth it. I think she is gorgeous. I think their artwork is amazing. That man is very talented, that Aaron guy. I'm glad his wife convinced him to share his art with the Stitchy community. But I do have to say, his stuff always has a lot of stitches because he's like, I don't know how to make this any less stitching than it is. Can you use the corner clamp? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't take it off my stand in there, but I can easily slide this one off and slide that one on. So, haven't made the Lowry jump yet. Yeah, and the table clamp comes with the clamp and this little L bar, but that's it. It doesn't have a head on it, so you have to purchase the head separately, which is why I'm using the one from the floor stand. And of course, the corner clamp is something you buy separately. So it's an investment, but I've had them for 6 years. Mine are paid off at this point. I use them so much. All right, Victoria, have a good night. Gotta hit the bed. Gonna dream of notions. It's addictive. It is 87. All right. The new updated pattern keeper. I thought I saw someone say it'll keep more daily counts. Might be a different app. I'm not sure. I hadn't seen the notes from the newest update. I saw that there is one, but I hadn't seen anything about it. I do know that you can change it, but like prior to whatever update, you can change it to either midnight or 4 a.m., but then it reset. So, oh, no problem. I love sharing whatever info I can. I'm a person who hates to make purchases without being well informed, especially ones as expensive as a Lowry. I bought my first one while I was at a retreat. Everyone at my table had a Lowry except for me. And we went to a LNS and the LNS happened to have some in stock. And I said, you know what? Just give me one of those. And as a two-handed stitcher, it is a lifesaver because they're heavy and sturdy. Like you see, it's not wiggling around. It's holding my stuff and I can two-handed stitch well. I two-handed stitched before having a Lowry, but you still have the constant movement, right? So I would hold while this hand brought up from the bottom, and then I would push the needle through and swap hands, pull from the top and back and forth, constantly swapping your hands. So it's almost as slow as having to come around every single time. Not quite, but close. And so having this to be able to two-handed stitch really improves how many stitches I can get. There's a bug in the new rollout of PK though, so hold off on updating. Okay, good to know. I weigh dump trucks all day when I'm working so I can stitch at work and haven't been as comfortable as I like to be while stitching at work. I can understand that. Obviously was talking to y'all and not looking at where I was putting my stitch in. Just some random hole across a bunch of stitches. Come on, give me. There you go. Did you try shelf liner in the Lowry clamp? Yeah, it it helps, but even that can slip. Um, my thing is I put too much weight on the Q snap because I tend to lean on it a little bit, and I shouldn't do that, but it is what it is. So, oh my goodness. Yes, Laurel, you need to learn two-handed stitching. You just got to be patient with yourself and actually give yourself time to try it. In the past, as soon as it seemed a little difficult, you just stopped. Or that was Vicky. Vicky's the one that, nope, not working for me. Stop. Well, you got to give it a minute. I mean, this needle does not want to thread. No. Right. And then there is a little training. It's one of the reasons my non-dominant hand is on top, so I can see what it's trying to do and be able to guide it better than the one that I can't see. I use my dominant hand underneath because it can function without me telling it what to do. A two-handed stitch at home and tend to stitch in hand at work, so I have to be careful what projects I take to work. That makes sense. I have to be a little careful what projects I take to work, even if I can take my clamp and everything. I get a lot of stitching time at work, so I make adjustments for all those things. This last, and it's probably be the same at the next location, but this last location, they gave us those big, the long white tables that you can unfold and basically kind of use like a picnic table. But they're like this thick, and my clamp would not go around it. So it goes a long way, but this, it does not do. So I wasn't able to use my table clamp at work this year. I agree, Laurel. 10 minutes a day for a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden it just works. I tried it the one day, did get frustrated, but I think the Nudge will help. Yes. So Laurel's other thing is she's accustomed to the in-hand stitching, the sewing method, and I mean, you can't really two-handed stitch that way. You really do need some sort of frame and your Lowry, which I know you have a Lowry, so a corner clamp is going to be my next purchase when I can find the black in stock. Oh. They can sometimes be hard to source. Oops, that doesn't go there. But I love my corner clamp. I agree with hand placement, dominant underneath. There are people that do it the other way, but that's what works for me. Um, I will say the Nurges work better. Uh, well, I mean, they work well in the corner or the side clamp because of the way that they're square and not round like a Q-snap. Lindy Stitches sells Lowry stands, I think. Lindy Stitches does. Grace Notes Fabrics does. I got mine from an LNS. Love the sewing method, but only with Ada. Got the Lowry accoutrements from Lindy. When I got my corner clamp, I got it from Fire Poppies, which isn't in business anymore. I got the table clamp and my actual Lowry stand from the Tinsmith's wife. It's in Texas. So I was able to like physically pick it up versus having to order it. But they do take orders over the phone if you need to call them and find out. You got yours from Fire Poppies or from Lindy Stitches? I miss Fire Poppies. They had good customer service. I got to meet the lady that used to run it at Market this year. Sewing method in hand with Ada or over 2 linen or Lugana. Don't like it for 1/1 stitching. No, it's really hard to get your needle to turn that way. I was using a quilt frame and it was bulky, and between that and trying to get the boobs out of the way. I mean, yeah, you almost need to be able to set your Lowry up to be above boob level. You know, instead of in front of you, you need it like here. And I see how they hit the hole using the wrong hand on the bottom. Charting Creations sells them, but they're in Canada. Kind of covered a cover. I would have much preferred a purple one, but they had yellow, blue, and red when I went, and so I went with red. Lindy stitches. Yeah. That's who Mandy got her Lowry from, was Lindy. Oh my goodness, it's almost 9 o'clock, y'all. We have not stitched enough. I'm gonna go another 30 minutes. I also don't have to like get up and go to work or anything tomorrow. I do have to go to the eye doctor tomorrow, but I don't have to get up early for that. See what happens when we have a good time? The time flies. 2 hours of stream felt like nothing. What's nice is when I kit with y'all live, I actually get it all kitted up. Like if it were just me sitting in here and I had decided I wanted to kit that up, I would have pulled the fabric, threw it in a bag and called it kitted. And had to go back and get the DMCs whenever I started it. I got black because it goes with our furniture downstairs. Well, that makes sense. I want an orange one. Not sure if I've seen an orange. That doesn't mean they don't have it. I feel like they have all kinds of colors, but I'm not sure that I've ever seen one. I've managed 150-ish stitches so far. That's good. The kitting kind of took away from my stitching at the beginning, which it always does. It always takes at least an hour to kit things up. But like I said, now when I go to start it, the DMC will be there. I literally just have to pop it in a Q-snap and go. Whereas if I had kitted it not on stream, I would have had to pull the DMC and had a whole mess. So that's why I like kitting something with y'all every Friday, every Thursday. Even if I don't plan to start it anytime soon, we'll just kit it up and I mean, all the stuff's just sitting in here anyway. Who cares that it's sitting all in one bag? I got mine from the Lowry website. I looked at Fire Puppies, but it worked out the same either way. You pay more for the stand or more for the shipping. I want a pink one. I do know they have pink, magenta. They have a couple different purples now, I think. Like a lilac and a darker one. Also, it's starting to get cold out here. When I first came out here, I was in a hurry. I had just finished cooking. I was trying to eat. So I was like really warm. Not so much anymore. The other thing about the side clamp versus the corner clamp is like right now with me working this closely over here, my thumb is constantly rubbing on the metal, which is a little bit of a sensory thing for me. I can handle it, but only for so long, and then I'm like, okay. But I could also flip this to the other side, which I should do because with my right hand being underneath it, it's almost always a problem. Fuchsia is pretty. Yeah. They have some really pretty ones out now. And they're a pretty penny, but they last. They really do. My one inside is just now getting to the point where I think I need to buy the oil for it because it's starting to squeak really bad. And I saw the oil kits on something the other day and I just need to order it. I saw a stand shot of like a copy of Lowry on Amazon. I wondered about it. Yeah, I would imagine there's lots of other types of, I know like Kay's Creations make stands and There are other ones out there. Sometimes you get what you pay for. I don't know, because like I said, I just kind of went with Lowry from the beginning, but I know like I'm not a huge fan of the off-brand Q-snaps that you get at like Michael's. I like the actual Q-snap brand Q-snaps. That's just personal preference. Me and this needle are about to have a discussion. Why it doesn't want to act right. You also have a table, Lowry. Bought an extra clamp for it so I don't have to swap. That's what I did too. I don't like the lap stand from Elin. Sure, I've seen that. Lindy Stitches has the oil. Yeah, I've seen it other places too. I just need to get around to getting it. In fact, I may be able to get it from a distributor. I have a K's lap stand. I don't like it. I had a pretty decent K's lap stand. Like it was heavy duty, but like I wasn't actually gonna sit on it. And like it didn't set, I don't know, it didn't work out for me the way that I needed it to. It was a me problem, not the stand itself. Wonder if buying a Lowry counts against no buy 25. I would imagine so. I don't know the rules. I'm just saying, like, not only is it crafty related, it is a pretty big ticket item. The K's lap stand too, and it's fine, but if when my setup changes, I'm probably going to go to get a Lowry. It's me, not the stand. I mean, I know there are stands out there that aren't worth their salt. Um, I just knew the one I had was it worked for the time when I needed it, and then as soon as I could get something better, I got something better. In fact, the K's creations I bought on my way to my first retreat because I was thinking like, well, one, I went in the store and saw it and went, that's cool. But also, I thought it'd be handy for sitting around the table. I had watched some retreat videos where people were like, I brought my stand, or, and sitting on a table at a retreat, it's not too bad. But don't like that it can't hold large. Oh, definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. I finally got around to my roll holly. That's what this is. I don't know if I'll get it finished tonight, but if not, I'll finish it up tomorrow. Make Lexi drive to the eye doctor so I can get some stitching in. I have a couple of cheapy Frank Edmonds. That's what I had. I've had Edmonds, and it was definitely cheap. In fact, I may still have it around here somewhere. Like, it doesn't really hold up much at all. Yeah. If you've made that work, that's impressive because they are, you get what you pay for. Got a Nerge table lap stand last year that worked for hoops and Nerges, but not Q snaps. I mean, that's not bad either. I'm gonna be slowly moving over to Nerges, like as some of my Q snaps wear out, or as I have the reward money from Whipco to go buy a Nerge. Um, I like them. I feel like they grip well, and you don't have as much bulk around the edges to have to maneuver around. Also, not as heavy. Um, so, also, I'm a collector, and I'm gonna need them in every color. I currently have a purple set right now, and a green one. I think I have a green. Not a green set, just a single green Nerge that I bought at a retreat. Where did you find the Nerge table stand? Kate would like to know. Yeah, probably why I learned to stitch in hand. Need to grab one at my LNS. I have a purple set. It's always good to support the LNS. Um, I got mine on Amazon. I don't. My local needle workshop. My closest one is about almost 4.5 hours, or just over 4 hours at least. It's Under the Sea Fabric. Oh no, I take that back. 3 hours. The Tinsmith's Wife's in Comfort is about between 3 and 4 hours from me. Next would be Under the Sea Fabrics in San Antonio, and it's just over 4 hours. Amazon's where you got the Nerge table stand? Is that what you type in to find it? My nearest is the next state over, Stitcher's Paradise. Oh yeah, the one in Vegas? But how many hours is that? Could be quite a few, I'm sure. I was looking at how close Vegas is to San Jose earlier the other day. Tried to send the link, but it won't let me. Yeah, it doesn't, unless you're modded, it doesn't. Um, can you send it to me via Messenger, Shannon, and I will share it with Kate. You were gifted an urge? That's awesome. Yeah, 6 hours. Well, Holly would have to have the link in order to help with it. I'm not sure where Holly has disappeared to. 10 minutes away, lucky. Urge adjustable embroidery table stand. Okay. I'm sure we can find it. Wonder how many stitches we're gonna get. Gonna give this about 10 more minutes, and then we'll start tying up. I still have half a plate of food sitting over there I haven't eaten. Never took a break to eat. But my toes are getting cold. My arms are a little cold. And I need to figure out where I'm at on getting the planner video moved over to my iPad so that I can do the last of the editing and get it up. Still need to do a finish parade too. Um, Probably tomorrow evening, for being realistic here. I doubt I'm getting up before the eye doctor to do it. I could. You never know. Still need to do my whip parade. I just uploaded my whip parade today. Betty says 88. I think I read some not positive reviews about the nerd stands. Laurel says 120. Laurel with all the confidence today. Kate says 121. Oh, Kate. I'm convinced you just like to ruffle feathers. Holly's back. Holly. 101. Andy says 40. I only have 12 projects, so it only takes me like 20 minutes. I think I showed 33 projects. It took me about an hour. And I still forgot to give statistics that I had to add in afterwards. It took me 2 days to edit. I got your message. Thank you, Shannon. You never left. We were talking to you. You weren't responding. Shannon says 118. If you're over on Twitch and you'd like to play with us, we do a how many stitches did I get on live stream? Closest without going over gets entered into a raffle. I have a raffle at the end of the month. Last month, the winner was Vic, and she won 2 quirky Quaker charts. Oh, you did go to the bathroom? Okay. Heather, Suki, Cheryl. Got about 5 more minutes. Kelly, 93. Your guest can double up with somebody else if you want. If one of you wins, you both win. That's just how it goes. I have not counted any of my stitches yet tonight, so I don't even have an idea of where I'm at. I just know that it was these dark green and these light green. It's all I've worked on tonight. So we spent the first hour to hour and 20 minutes, I think, kitting up, which I really enjoy doing. I enjoy doing with y'all. I wouldn't enjoy it as much if I was just sitting here trying to come up with what fabric am I going to put with what. Unless it just screams it, right? I do have some of those projects that as soon as I look at the fabric, I'm like, y'all were meant to be together. In which case I just throw it all in a bag. But when I don't have any feelings towards it, it can just be cumbersome. Ikea whip. Erica says 108. Kevin says 78. And Jen says 113. Get so many guesses tonight. It's awesome. And while we're here, got Ikea whip in the house. Husband and wife duo, floss tubers. Absolutely love it. Feel free to take a screenshot. See all the floss tubers that have visited us tonight up above. If you want to check out any of their channels. It keeps doing this weird twitchy thing. I think I'm going to have to throw this needle out in a minute. It is catching on the fabric. It was not one to be threaded. It says, I'm tired. Well, Holly, I was telling you that this is my Monopoly roll. I don't know if I'm going to get it done tonight, but I at least rolled and got started. Our Monopoly game got really slow during the month of December between, everybody trying to finish things and finalize whip lists for 2025. And so I'm trying to get us started back up. That is the end of that thread and about the end of our time. So I'm going to go count stitches and see who wins a raffle ticket for tonight. Are we ready whenever? Awesome. Did you already update your list? All right. I'll tell you, we've been here long enough that my iPad died and got back to 93%. So turn my counter on. Okay. Do I have my, I like it when I have my pencil. Alrighty. I'll make the counter to where y'all can see it. Try and go in, oops, increments of 10. Here we go. Maybe. This is why doing it while I'm going is a little bit easier. $118. Shannon got it on the dot. So she gets 2 entries into the raffle. We got 118. It's not bad. See? Doo-doo. All right. So Shannon, I will add you to the raffle. And at some point at the end of the month, we'll do a drawing. It's today the 2nd. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. It was a great night for live stitching. I blame the early year of not having any work to do tomorrow. Um, I really enjoyed it. We kitted something up. We got some stitching in, and I will be back on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. It's just a stitching stream. We're here for about 3 hours on Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you can join me again, that'd be great. Look forward to a Finish Parade update video, and FlossTube will be back on either Sunday or Monday. So have a wonderful night. Thank you all so much for joining me.